Sorry about that, Taurus. Let's continue. So, we were just discussing the. Just move this over a bit so you could see your cards. We were just discussing the Star card, okay? Now, the Star card is an energy of someone who's been through some sort of darkness and is now starting to see the light, right? It's trying to keep yourself also grounded. You see how she has one foot on the grass and one in the water? So thinking with your head and your heart, thinking about the emotion, but also trying to stay grounded. Okay. Then you have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is, especially the fact that it comes after the Star, it's kind of coming out of wanting to move forward, right? It's wanting to come out of the energy of arguments, perhaps that you have been having, that Five of Swords energy that you have there. The Six of Wands is thinking about some sort of letter or news, or a way in which you're going to communicate, right? A message that you want to send, or maybe this person sending you a message. What else do we have here? What is the energy of the other? Let's see. But you have the Hermit card here, right? So you're kind of going within and you've been thinking, and only you could find the answers that you were looking for, okay? Only you could find the answers that you were looking for. So that's like taking some time out. You see, there's like one light there. Let's see what we have here. Again, you have the Ace of Swords. And so that's also like, being frustrated, right? Being frustrated. The Hollow Victory card. Then you have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a card of coming together, of celebration. The Ace of Swords could also mean some sort of offer, right? Of some, like an offer of communication. Of maybe you want to offer this person to kind of get together. Maybe you want to offer a get together. Let's see what else we have. It's like a celebrating card. So you have justice, okay? So making a decision, right? Justice being served. Maybe, maybe this Hermit card, you were thinking about this hollow victory. And the Three of Cups could have also mean third-party situations, right? Because there's 3 cups. Cups signify love, emotion. Maybe you were giving to more than one, and maybe there was some sort of karma. Now, the energies are fluid. This could be, you know, vice versa with the other person. But the Justice card is, after maybe going within, you probably felt, you probably got served some sort of justice. Right, so here you have the Eight of Swords being in your head, right? Not able to make a decision, okay? And you knew what you wanted, but you were just in your head, right? You needed to come to terms with what it is you wanted. So the Justice could be a decision being made, right? After being in your head. And the Ace of Wands is wanting to extend an offer, okay? Wanting to extend an offer, an olive branch, right? For peace, okay? An offer to move forward. Maybe you've come out of your head, right? With the Eight of Swords is being kind of tied down. You can see that clearly there's nothing but tissue holding her down. She can break free whenever she wants. But probably took you a while to figure this out. And now you know that there's an offer that you want to make, or that they want to make to you. Now you're sure of this offer. Let's get something on their energy. Let's go for this deck. Let's get something on their energy real quick. So, Two of Swords, indecisive, in their head. Maybe they have more than one person. Okay. I mean, this card was significant. It was the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe they're thinking about their money, right? Their coins, their financial stability, you know. Maybe they have to choose between love and money, you know. You have the Ten of Wands. You know, it's having a load that's too much to bear, like feeling weighed down, right? Maybe they're feeling weighed down by this decision, feeling like you know, it's too much, you know, to think about this. And the Empress, you know, being in their Empress energy, right? The birth of something new, starting something new. Someone who's just glowing, who's just shining, who's just beautiful. I mean, the Empress sits there in all her glories. Everything has been accomplished, you know. It's starting something new. Again, it's a birth. Maybe, you know, it came out twice. So if you do not want a child, be sure to be very careful and use some sort of protection. Wow. They have mirroring the same energies as you. They have the Star card, okay? So, you know, this person is probably someone who's, you know, well-known, feeling like a star, you know, is feeling balanced, is feeling grounded, someone who's been through a lot, you know, and is finally seeing the star, that light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So let's get a little bit more on their energy. And, you know, the Death card, you know, putting an end to certain situations, leaving behind whatever doesn't serve them anymore and starting over. Exactly. Six of Swords, moving on from troubled waters, you know, moving forward. And then here you have the Nine of Pentacles, someone who's independent on her own, doesn't need anything from anyone, is living lovely in her garden, flourishing. So you know, that's their energy right now. Okay, and you probably see them in this energy. Let's see what the romance angels have to say. What advice do the romance angels want to say? Let's see. What do the romance angels want to say? Romance angels, what messages do you have for Taurus? You had all these cards that fell out, but I don't want to take so many cards. Okay, this one flew right out. Okay, express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. So throughout the reading, you've had the Hermit, you had the Knight of Pentacles, you've had, you know, cards that show that, you know, that you wanted to reach out and make an offer, but you haven't. This card is telling you express your love. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it. If you haven't spoken to this person, go ahead. Maybe you want to tell them everything that you feel. Maybe you want to reveal to them the truth of the matter, what happened, how much you love them. You know, maybe ego's been in the way and you've been silent. Maybe they've been silent, you know. Go ahead and express your love. What other energies do you have? Is there a message? Let's see. Let's see. What other? Let's see what else comes out here. Spirit, come on. Sorry, those 3 cards or more fall out. I don't take them. Whoa, this is... But you did have chemistry and religious factors, so maybe there's something that is holding them back, but you do share some sort of chemistry. But let's see. What other energies do we have here? Spirit, give one more message. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this card could basically just mean that you're both in separation right now. You haven't been together, or it could mean that, you know, maybe you need some more time apart, you know. But I'm getting the feeling that it means that you guys have not been together. So it's because you've been separated, it's urging you to express your love. If this person has a message for you, let's see, what would it be? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So perhaps there was a third-party situation here, because when I specifically asked Spirit about the message they had for you, it said release your ex. So before you come to them, if there was a third-party situation, make sure that you do release your ex. I think this person's not going to deal with that anymore. They've been in the Queen of Swords energy, right? Cutting out whatever doesn't serve them. So if that was an issue in the past, make sure that it's definitely not an issue moving forward. And before you do move forward, make sure that you do release your ex. Let's get one card out here for the oracles of shadow and light. And let's get an overall message for the card for Taurus. Okay. Shallow grave. So when you get the shallow grave card, that goes right along with the 6 of Cups. That basically signifies that you're basically missing someone. Okay, so you can, I mean, it's a beautiful card. You could see them here. It's, you know, you're... So the woman in that card is basically missing someone very deeply. And she knows that for the first time, what it feels like to actually lose someone. It's almost like feeling the death of someone being gone. It's very difficult, right? When we miss someone, it can be very, very hard. It feels like a physical ache. Our hearts can indeed be broken because we humans have the capacity to connect like no other in the universe. We love, and we love so deeply that the love can continue even when the form we love is no longer with us. If you have received this card, you know it is time to acknowledge just how deeply you have yearned for someone's return and how much that person's loss has affected you. This could be a friend, a pet, this can be a person. But I think this is talking about this past love here, that Queen of Swords who left everything behind. And you were missing that person so much. I mean, you were in deep pain. There's a sense of deep sadness in her eyes when you look at that card. And even though you tried to deny its presence, it didn't get any easier. You have to be truthful to yourself and know that this sadness will change because it's a part of life's beauty. There are opportunities for fresh starts all the time, every day. And you can give yourself a clean slate. Perhaps you've been thinking that it's time to let something go. But before you do, take a moment to acknowledge what this was to you. Know that this meant so much, and that by returning to it, and by returning to this past energy, instead of yearning for it, you're creating a future that has a greater freedom to it. Life can be kind like that. So much of what happens isn't about what's actually happening. But thankfully, you will blossom and grow with fresh relationships and love after mourning this lost one. Now, I'm also getting a message from Spirit that perhaps this bondage here that you had, right? This devil energy, this addiction here, this third party situation, this temperance energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe this card is telling you to let that go and let that be, right? Because it also goes on to, like, this is also a card that indicates like the sentimentality that you have in holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, maybe a faded romance, maybe even a move to a new town. Even parents, maybe letting something go about with your parents being divorced. Or whatever it is that you're convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. Mourning what was and what you feel should have been. This deep sadness, it's time to move on and to place all of that to rest. Work with the element of earth in the most beneficial way. If you need to, plant a memory tree to commemorate the lost love or whatever it is that you lost. It's time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to that which has long passed. Mourn and then come back to us. Be ready to live again. I hope this message helped you, Taurus.